Hello, Wildcats. Pope has his eye on a new talent, but that raises some questions. Let's take a look at the new additions. With Perry's departure leaving a hole in the team's rotation, there's this new player, Ugochukwu, a point guard transfer from Miami, who could help bolster the team. Kentucky's interest in Ugochukwu comes as no surprise to anyone who follows Pope's recruiting philosophy. The young player demonstrated solid skills in his rookie season of college basketball, averaging 5.3 points, 2.3 assists, and 1.9 rebounds per game. His numbers may not seem spectacular at first glance, but there are nuances that stand out. He was able to score in double figures on 3 occasions and recorded multiple assists in 16 games, showing versatility and the ability to contribute both offensively and in the playmaking. Furthermore, his performance against Duke, when he became the first Miami freshman to grab 10-plus rebounds against the Blue Devils since 2020, highlights his potential as someone who can make a difference in crucial moments. However, while Ugochukwu emerges as an interesting option, it is important to note that Mark Pope has the opportunity to further expand the scope of his talent search. While the Miami player has clear merits, it would be strategic for Pope to also explore the international market, in my opinion, which I can talk more about in another video. College basketball is increasingly globalized, and the arrival of foreign players has transformed teams across the United States. An international addition could bring not only new technical skills, but also a different mentality, further enriching the competitive environment within the Kentucky program. In addition, the current situation requires Pope to keep a close eye on other important names, such as Otega Owa, whose decision on the NBA draft could directly impact the future of the roster. Meanwhile, competition for Miami's point guard is fierce, with programs like Texas Tech, Baylor, and Pitt also showing interest. This puts even more pressure on Pope to ensure Kentucky stands out as the ideal fit for Ugochukwu, should the player choose to pursue a college career. Mark Pope's proactive approach to the transfer market reflects his understanding that college basketball is a dynamic ecosystem where the pieces need to be constantly adjusted to remain competitive. By pursuing reinforcements like Ugochukwu and potentially an international player, Pope is sending a clear message. He's not just thinking about the present, but also about building a solid foundation for the Wildcats' future. Every move in the transfer portal is a piece of a larger puzzle, and adding a player like Ugochukwu, coupled with the possibility of adding international talent if Owa doesn't return, is another option, and could be just what the Wildcats need to get back on top. If you have any thoughts on the matter, let us know at the end of the video. And our guy, Eli Cox, has joined the Houston Texans. Let's get the scoop. Now, with this new chapter in Cox's life, he's headed to a new destination, Houston, Texas. After a solid career as an offensive lineman for the Kentucky Wildcats, he joins the Houston Texans as an undrafted free agent, looking to prove that his contributions go beyond statistics and technical analysis. For Kentucky fans, this news is reason enough to celebrate. After all, seeing a beloved Wildcat try his luck in the NFL is always a source of pride. Eli Cox arrived in Lexington as a Nicholasville native, bringing with him a genuine connection to the spirit of the Kentucky football program. Over the course of 4 years, he not only represented the blue and white in 56 games, but he also made his mark as a central figure in the locker room and the college community. His presence was especially felt over the past 3 seasons, when he started 38 consecutive games, becoming a stabilizing force on the Wildcats' offensive line. This consistency was recognized by his peers and coaches, who named him a 2-time team captain, a distinction that reflects his leadership role on and off the field. In addition to his athletic contributions, Cox was an exemplary ambassador for the Kentucky program. He served 4 years on the Student Athlete Advisory Committee and was later named chairman of the SEC Football Leadership Council, positions that underscore his commitment to the ethical and academic development of athletes. Cox didn't just play football. He lived the values of the game, setting an example for his teammates and the community around him. His 2024 wedding to longtime girlfriend Lauren Willis was further evidence that he masterfully balanced his personal and professional life, a rarity in an environment as competitive as college football. However, the transition to the NFL is never easy, especially for a player like Cox, whose technical profile presents both strengths and challenges. NFL.com analyst Lance Zierlein noted that while Cox has positional flexibility and the ability to block in space, his physical limitations, such as shorter arms and difficulty against dominant nose tackles, could be a concern for coaches around the league. Additionally, his inconsistency against the run and protecting interior gaps are areas that will need to be addressed if he wants to make a name for himself in the NFL. Despite these observations, there is one thing that is undeniable about Eli Cox: his ability to overcome challenges. During his career at Kentucky, he has proven time and time again that he can adapt, learn, and grow, even in the face of adversity. That resilience will be crucial as he tries to earn a spot on the Houston Texans' final roster. And even if his NFL career doesn't go the way he hopes, Cox has already demonstrated that he has all the tools necessary to thrive in other areas. His stated dream of working in sports broadcasting seems like a natural extension of his outgoing personality and extensive college football experience. With his unique perspective and in-depth knowledge of the game, he could easily become a respected commentator or analyst. His journey thus far has already made him a legend in the halls of Lexington, and any step he takes in the NFL will be watched with pride by those who had the privilege of watching him play. Even if he doesn't reach star status in the professional league, his influence has already left its mark on the Kentucky program and all those who had the opportunity to know him. Now, as Eli Cox begins his new adventure in Houston, he carries with him not only the expectations of a player seeking a place in professional football, but also the love and support of a community that considers him one of its greatest ambassadors. Much success to the guy. Comment.